During the past decades, the world has witnessed many devastating consequences of the use of nuclear bombs and atomic explosions, the most famous of which are the infamous Hiroshima and Nagasaki attack, and the Chernobyl accident. Today, nuclear tests, explosions and accidents have become an inevitable part of our lives. For this reason, we have collected several interesting facts about nuclear explosions. The Tsar Bomb, the most powerful nuclear bomb ever. The Tsar Bomb is the most powerful nuclear bomb ever used by mankind. The Soviet Union dropped the Tsar Bomb in October 1961 on a remote island north of the Arctic Circle. They deployed a 27-kiloton RDS-220 via a canopy on Novaya Zemlya. During the explosion, the bomb created a mushroom cloud more than 7 times the height of Mount Everest, and the shockwave circled the Earth 3 times. Moreover, the impact of the explosion caused window panes to break at a distance of 900 kilometers. The bomb was thousands of times more destructive than the bomb the United States detonated in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There were no casualties from the blast, but after witnessing the devastating potential, 3 countries signed a treaty in 1963. The Limited Nuclear Test Ban Treaty banned testing of airborne nuclear weapons. The United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union participated in the Tri-8 Villa accident. The United States launched a number of Villa satellites to detect nuclear explosions in space and the atmosphere. On October 22, 1979, one of these satellites detected an unknown nuclear explosion in the Indian Ocean in the form of a flash of light. At first, researchers doubted the possibility of conducting a nuclear test and considered it just a technical glitch. However, 3 years after the explosion, political considerations and additional evidence led to further examination of the nuclear test theory. Renowned scientists concluded that the flash was most likely a nuclear explosion. To this day, there are disputes over the identity of the bombers and the nature of the event. This mysterious event is called the Villa Incident, Kyshtym Factory. The disaster occurred on September 29, 1957 at the plutonium processing plant in the Chelyabinsk territory, near Kyshtym. The identified cause of the accident was the failure to repair a faulty cooling system in a buried tank. The tank contained reactor effluent and exploded. After the accident was revealed, the International Nuclear and Radiological Events Scale ranked the accident at level 6. Other nuclear disasters such as Chernobyl had the highest severity rating at level 7. The press reported the incident a year later, but the stories did not catch the public's attention. Even after the incident became widely known, it was not until 1989 that the Soviet Union admitted its wrongdoing. The locals who live there have suffered from an increased incidence of cancer, malformations and other major health problems. Orion nuclear warship, the most terrifying nuclear weapon. In the 1960s, the U.S. Air Force planned to develop a 4,000-ton nuclear space battleship called the battleship Orion. Nuclear explosions would have propelled it, and the warship housed 500 nuclear missiles. The designers also planned the battleship to be dominant in an interplanetary war. They have equipped it with enough bombs to destroy an entire planet. Everything was possible with modern technology, but President Kennedy freaked out and scrapped the idea. Nuclear bombs that almost wiped out North Carolina. In 1961, a U.S. airliner dropped 2 nuclear bombs on North Carolina after they crashed in midair. The destructive power of the 2 bombs was 250 times greater than that dropped on Hiroshima. The blast could create a 100% kill zone in an 8.5-mile radius, but fortunately, the bombs didn't explode. The Ariel 1 satellite was destroyed by an American nuclear bomb. Britain designed and built the platforms for Ariel 1, and NASA helped launch it into orbit. The purpose of launching this particular satellite was to study the ionosphere and its relationship to the Sun. It was launched by NASA on April 26, 1962 and began effectively serving its target by July of the same year. As part of Project Fishbowl, the United States tested the detonation of a 1.4 megaton nuclear weapon called the Starfish Prime. A wave of radiation destroyed Ariel 1 by causing complete malfunction. Besides this satellite, a third of the other satellites in low Earth orbit at that time also stopped working. The atomic lake formed by nuclear bombs. A 140-kiloton nuclear device exploded in a 584-foot deep hole in the middle of the dry Chagan River at the Semipalatinsk test site in Kazakhstan. The eruption caused a crater to fill the river during the period of high flow. The result of the experiment was a crater 1,312 feet wide and 328 feet deep, with a lip height of 65 to 125 feet. The Soviets were pleased with the results. Moreover, local livestock feed in the radioactively contaminated atomic lake. The Soviets ran politics until 1989, and the Chagan test was the first and largest of the other nuclear explosions.